Hey, you guys, welcome back to Southern Latitudes. I'm Robin, and today we're going to be talking about papayas because we have some tropical storm coming in over the weekend. So I thought this would be a great little video. And I see lots of people wondering, how do you tell the difference between a male and a female and even a self-fertile papaya? Well, if you had those questions, this video should answer it for you. So let's start here. Right here is my Caribbean red papaya. Now, this is a baby off the mother that used to live in the food forest. Now, and she had round papayas. This one seems to be taking after her and also has round papayas. The bloom is way up there. I'll try to do a close in of it. It's not open today, unfortunately, but that's the bloom up there, and this is its babies. But I had a few other babies as well. Her babies didn't seem to also be self-fertile. She's thrown females. This is also a female. But if you look up here, this is a male. And you see how the flower um, blooms like, I don't know, drips on this long type of cord-like thing. Here, let me take this one off. But right here, I'll point to it. And they get longer and longer as the season goes. And so they start off, the boys start real close to the trunk, and as they grow outward, and they get these really long, I don't know, stems. That's all I can think to call them. So, and they're beautiful, and they do definitely draw in hummingbirds and butterflies and um, hummingbird moths, if you will, at night. I see them fluttering around. So this one also, I thought I only had one, but perhaps I put two in here. So one is a little bit thinner and struggling, but this one is also round, much like the other Caribbean reds that I have had. But then we get to this one on the end, right here. It has very long papayas on it. The flowers, I'll try to keep it still as I can. The flowers are coming right off the stalk. And so they definitely need to be germinate. They need to be pollinated by a male. And then there you go. There's now females. So that's pretty cool. It took her much longer. It almost looks like they're not related, even though they really came from the same parent plant. I just honestly think it's just like children, they come differently. You got two parents, you could have 10 kids, 20 kids, and every one of them is going to look a little different and have a little different characteristics of the parent. So this one is probably most true to the mother plant. So this one is most like that one. But then I definitely truly have a male here and a female over there. Very cool. Now let me take you over here to these papayas. These, I don't know the variety. The other one was Caribbean red that you first saw, and this one, I have no idea. It just came to me, gifted to me by family, extended family, and it was a single trunk that split into two, and we lost some into the pool with the hurricanes last year. And so it's coming back, but I'm trying to be real careful this year not to let it grow over in towards the pool. Now, again, you could probably see it earlier. This is definitely a male above here. It has all those beautiful long draping male blooms. And over here, I have yet to have, oh no, I did have females a couple of years ago. Before it, well, actually, I broke some of it, but then it broke again during the hurricane. So this one is a female, and these were elongated. This one, I didn't enjoy the flavor as much as the Caribbean red over there. But nonetheless, it was still good papaya. And then If you have critters like chickens or something like that, they like papaya too. One of the other main questions I see about papayas when growing them and people want to propagate them is how do I do it? How do I collect the seeds? Well, that part's pretty easy. You just scoop the seeds out of the boat as if, the center are the black seeds or the brown seeds, and you just scoop them out of there as if you were eating a store-bought papaya, or any other melon for that matter. So that part's pretty easy. But when you want to seed them, don't dry out your seeds. You, I found, I've done it both ways. I got zero germination out of the seeds when I did them from dried seed. Papayas like to be propagated or germinated by wet seeds with all that pulp and gooiness and stuff in it. So you'll want to get like maybe a 1 gallon container or something like that, maybe even 2 gallon if you have room to spare and extra dirt. So you'll fill that up pretty much close to the top, and then you'll put the papaya seed down in there, and then you'll put like about an inch of dirt on top of it and or less, half inch to inch, and just water it and let it stay outside. If you're in the rainy season in Florida, leave it outside, put it in your food forest, and you'll see all the baby papayas pop. I had so many I didn't know what to do with. I probably had 100 baby papayas. So I gave away papayas to friends, not knowing that my self-fertile might go male, female, or self-fertile. So I gave them away, but that's okay. They kind of just wanted them as plants, like I have, around the pool and make a tropical type of look. But um, if you're looking for specifically some females or self-fertiles, well, you're going to need a male if you have females, but I already had a male over here. So I just popped in three, I guess four. I popped some in there and just waited to see what they turned out to be. I knew from this male right here, I knew approximately when he was about probably about between 3 to 4 feet tall. I could see then he was a male. So you'll know pretty fast. And papayas are very fast growing trees. As you can see, mine are probably about, these two are, the males are probably in the 12 to 15 foot range. But when I had my Caribbean red self-fertile female in the food forest, I think they only got to about the 9, 10 foot range. I had three of them originally, and then just one by one. They do sort of have an age limit, so I think by the time they were 4 or 5 years old, they started falling over and dying. Also, I have seen this before. The leaves will turn yellow and they will fall down, just kind of like in the okra family, with okra and other things like that. Um, the leaves only last so long and then they drop off. So you'll want to be, if you're like me, you got a bed below. I have to pick up mine every so often, put them in a garbage can or a compost pile or something like that. So just know that's going to happen. But as long as the tops are good, they'll keep going. Yes, you can. I forgot this part. You can trim them back. Um, is it better in winter or something? I think it's better. Like I just trim some back in summer. I have had it where I've trimmed it back in winter and the papaya died on me. So I am not sure the best time or season. I'll put it down below if I can find it. But I pretty much never do freezes in my location. So maybe there's not a terrible time. And maybe the papaya I was going to cut was already going to go anyhow. But usually I only, when they break off or get little side uh, branches, if you will, that's when I usually take them off. I don't cut them down to the ground at all. I just take little sections that might be interfering with the fence, the pool, another plant, or something of that nature. Okay, you guys, so that's it for this papaya video. I hope this was good. I haven't tasted all sorts of varieties, but I know I love my Caribbean red more than I love whatever that other one is. But I still eat them all the same. I dehydrate them. I heard you can even dehydrate the seeds and grind them and use them like black pepper. So they're very good, very healthy for you, and they're beauty around in your Florida garden as well. So I hope you'll give a papaya a try. You guys take care. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.